Hey there, guys and girls. I thought I'd start just a couple of minutes early because it's absolutely kicking off in the tank already. Enjoy. Good evening, everybody. I thought I'd start just a couple of minutes early because it's kicking off so much in the tank. It's pretty exciting, so I thought I'd share it with you just before we get started properly and put the music on. Right, come on. What are you doing? No. Hey. Why is it freezing? Doing it again. Leave it out. Whole fucking thing's crashed. There we go. Hello, everyone. Talking over myself. Right. I apologise about that. Just had to deal with technical issues and the wife and the kids and just about everything. I think we're back now. My dear, oh dear. These are waxworms, by the way. I do apologise. Oh, here we go. I was waiting for that. Hopefully, we're back on and we're good to go. The picture should be good and all of that. And I I am sorting it out. I'm sorry. It's been an absolute nightmare. That is my fault entirely. Sorry. But I am here. The stream will go ahead. I will get it all sorted out before the main event. I apologize again. If you're there in our Twitch stream at the minute, if you want to just give us a little message, that'd be really cool. I can welcome everybody in. Just sorting the camera out again. 2 seconds, everybody. It shouldn't take long. Again, I do apologize for this. It's just been a bit of a nightmare. You know how I am with tech. Right, now why? There we go. No. There we go. There we go. And we're back. We are back. I apologize, everyone. Feel free to send me a message telling me how rubbish I am. But we are getting there. We are getting there. Right, let's get the music back on. Because that's the next thing, isn't it? My dear, my dear, my dear. La da da. We are nearly there. Just signing in. Welcome to the picnic table and chat. I think we're back and good. There we go. Hey there, guys and girls. Only 15 minutes left of this feeding before the interview starts. See you there. there is a lot around tonight. I'm very hungry. And for anybody who hasn't yet filled in the Ants on the Rock survey, that would be greatly appreciated if you could do that. My mods have already posted and will continue to post the link into the chat. It's just going to help me compile a list of the best ant sellers in every country that participates, basically, which will help me inform other ant keepers and new ant keepers as to the best places locally for them to get their ant keeping equipment. I think it's really cool, and to be honest, I just need some community help because it's not the sort of thing I'm going to decide on my own. I want to get the views of the community. See you soon, guys. Thank you. And if you want to share it out yourself, you're more than welcome to put it on your Facebook or whatever. Ask all your outkeeping friends to help fill it in as well. The more people that fill it in, the better it can be. And keep your eyes posted very soon for Ants on the Rock website. It's going to be the place to be for all your ant keeping needs. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Picnic Table Ant Chat number 18. Tonight I am here with Antics. I've got Rich from Antics. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself there, buddy.
Hello, I'm Rich. I'm from Antics, and I'm going to look very shifty because the camera's up here and I'm reading down here, so my eyes are going to look very dodgy.
That's completely fine, mate. I know the feeling. My camera's. Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, a little bit dodgy looking and whatnot, but we'll do our best. How are you? You doing good?
Good. Yes. Yeah. It's the end of another day, and we are all unwinding, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we like to do it in the evenings. Everyone likes to come here and just chill out, have a little chat, and see what's what. So let's just jump on straight into the interview, because I know everyone's really eager to hear from you. So let's talk a little bit about the business first. When did the business get started and why?
So we started in June, not last year, the year before. So it'll be June this year. It'll be 2 years. And it started because I had a package of an ant. I bought a barbarous queen online, and she arrived, and I felt underwhelmed. I'm excited to get the ant, right?
Yeah.
And I just felt underwhelmed. It was just a queen in a test tube in a jiffy bag, and I just felt it wasn't enough. This is a living thing, a life, and I felt like somebody should have made something of that. Somebody should have made a fuss. So I've been in retail for years. I've got several companies, and I figured I could do something a bit better. To give these queens just a little unboxing, isn't it? Something, a few things to take out, a few things to love, and to make people feel special. And the queens deserve it, right? They've gone through so much to get to a customer that they deserve it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. And one thing that you are known for is your amazing packaging. Everyone always says how great the package is, and it looks amazing. It looks after the colonies really well. I think you've just upgraded again, haven't you? Made the packaging better.
No, I've got packaging in design.
Right, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ant HQ have got some pretty sweet packaging right now.
Okay.
They've upped their game.
Okay.
Which is good, right? Because I'm hoping that all of this is like a byproduct of us.
Yes.
And I'm hoping it becomes an industry sort of influence. So everybody, and you've seen this since we've opened, everybody's getting this really nice packaging now. And I'm hoping, I like to think it's a side effect of us. And that's exactly what I hoped would happen.
That's really good. Influencing the whole market is what it's all about. If you can make those improvements market wide, brilliant. So you say you've got a Mesa barbarous colony. How many other colonies do you own yourself?
Well, they're all in the collection room.
Right,
so only one species is in my house. They're right here. Stand by. They sit right here.
Nice.
And it's the Arenarius. So they're the only colony that comes into the house. And one is out. I'm emotionally connected to them.
Yeah.
So these are the ones that stay here. Come back in here. So sorry about that.
No,
so
fine.
they stay here, and I get to see them whenever I'm here in my home office and working. Now, I've got a compulsive problem in the store. Every species I get in, I want to keep one, and it's not just me. It's the guy that works for us now, Sam. He's on the same path, and I go into the where the ants are kept, and there's test tubes everywhere with Sam written on them, right? And silly things like the other day, he was like, "Rich, how much will you sell me a Cinria for, a Formica Cinria?" And I'm like, "Okay, Sam, you don't need any more ants, but you can see them here anytime. You know that." Yeah. He's like, nah, I want them. So he must be rocking on for 10, 15 species already, There's a leaf cutter pot with his name on. He took a maculatus home last week. So yeah, he's probably one of the best customers. He spends his wages. He spends his wages back on ants.
Yeah, I think I would probably do the same, to be honest.
Hey
Definitely.
KB.
Yeah, I'm just going to say hello to everyone in the chat. We have a lot of people. I'm not going to name you all individually, but hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Absolutely brilliant. We have a couple here from Twitch as well, which the YouTubers cannot. They can't see each other. That's one of the main issues that I'm having with these streams is they can't communicate between them. But I am working on that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why some are purple, right?
Yeah, the purple ones are Twitch and the red ones are YouTube, but they can't see each other.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Slightly annoying though because I want to
live ant
connect everyone.
catching. Correct. Live
Yeah.
ant catching. I have my soft.
We don't get that
Arenarius.
very often.
Arenarius are rather big and bitey, so I like to use my little spring steel forceps.
Yeah, they're really good. Those ones. They don't hurt the ants.
You've got to have them. You've got to.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially for stingy ones.
Stingy ones.
The friendly ones.
Yeah. So, do you have a favorite species? I mean, you're getting some really cool species in at the minute, aren't you? So, have you got a favorite? Are they taking your fancy?
I don't know. I love the atta.
Yeah.
Everybody loves atta. The Runarius is the only ones in the house, so I think that stands for something. That they have to be the ones I've decided to bring home. See, I've got Dracula ants in the store. I'm not even selling them. I'm thinking of saving them and doing a raffle on them at AntCon. So I might raffle them, and then the proceeds goes to a charity. But yeah, they're like 100 workers, and I'm really growing to like them too. My problem is I like them all. That's why I'm in this game, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you with your 30 colonies and and Wakushi Sid is just as bad. He's constantly saying, if you ever come hold of this, and he's got a list as long as his arm as things. And he's not sexy. He calls it testing.
Right. Yeah.
Isn't it, Sid? You need them for testing, but really you just want to keep the species.
Yeah. Well, we got to have excuses, haven't we?
Yeah.
Testing. You gotta make the care sheet for your customers, and you gotta test it out.
I know, right? Yeah.
Brilliant. Is there any ants that you don't like?
Yeah. Geminata.
Okay,
pretty much most Solenopsis. Mainly because I'm a bit of a wimp for pain, so I like things I can manage.
Yeah.
And I'm not really. I never used to like small species, but I've grown quite fond of them now, and I've grown to like them. I've got maybe 6 or 7 inbreeding species, all with elates this year, so I'm growing to quite like them. Let's think of a really rubbish ant, shall we? I don't think there is any, is there?
No, there's not really. I mean, I'm not that fond on Geminata myself, strictly because I think it's more stress than it is fun. It's too much maintenance, too fast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe Argentine ants, they're assholes, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, I even got some monomorium at some point. I'm willing to take the risks.
Oh, I love them. I never thought I would, and now I'm seeing elates come out with winged queens, and I'm really loving them.
Yeah. Does it make your heart go still excitement? Yeah.
And they're in one of Sid's new nests, one of his nests that aren't released yet. And I've got maybe 6 colonies in them. And I've never had colonies perform as well as they do in these nests ever.
Oh, brilliant! Brilliant.
So, yeah, there's elates. They're only a year old. They were fresh queens last year, and they've matured enough already.
Wow. That is insane. That speaks for itself. So we're gonna have to wait and see these new products that Wakushi's got coming out.
Oh yeah. I'm not here to spill the beans on his stuff.
Well, we can try and wiggle some information out of you. Do you have any other hobbies outside of ant keeping?
I sail.
Oh wow!
So I have a 35-foot boat in Portugal. So before I started Antics, we owned the escape room and a vape company.
Okay, wow.
And we bought ourselves a boat with the proceeds. So
Yeah.
we sailed it from Milford, and we did the coast of France and northern Spain, and we've got as far as Nazaré in Portugal. And we're actually going there next week, Monday. Cannot
Right.
wait. But we haven't seen the boat for 2 years, so we're really scared.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, I haven't been
Okay.
able to get there, have we?
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
really scared to see it. But yeah, sailing is the hobby, and I game as well. I play
Yeah.
a lot of like rubbish games like Star Citizen and Ark and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. I mean, we're all nerds. Let's be honest. So we're all into
Yeah,
games. We're all
you've
into
got to be though,
ants.
haven't you?
Most of us are into Star Wars as well. Let's be honest. Like we're
I've,
all
I've
nerds.
I've never had the Star Wars bug, but
Ah.
I haven't not seen an episode of Expanse twice. So I
Yeah.
like space.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I'm a big Star Wars fan, but we won't get into that now because I'll be here for hours just talking about Star Wars. We are most of the time. But yeah, sailing, that's actually a really interesting hobby. I've never had the chance to own a boat, obviously, but like go sailing regularly is so cool. It's something I've always wanted to do. I live right by the sea. I go fishing regularly. I've gone on fishing boats, but I would love to go on like a proper yacht, just sailing about.
Well,
And yeah, that's like the dream, isn't it?
it's called a yacht, but it's not. It's 35 foot. It's 10 meters of living space. It's
Yeah,
tiny.
yeah.
And believe you me, when you're in 6 meter waves, you know you're on a small boat.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's this book out there called I think, what was it called? I think it's the $200 Man.
Okay.
And he owned a little sailing boat, 26 foot, and he lived off $200 a month. And he used to sail his boat around, and he used to trade things. So he used to sail to Cuba and pick up some cigars, and then he'd sail somewhere else and sell the cigars. And he lived his whole life just circumnavigating.
Nice.
And it was really an inspiration. I was never going to buy a boat until a vape customer come into the shop one day, and he was 80 something. He had a brain tumor, and he said to me, when you get to my age, and you get to the condition I'm in, he said, you're never going to wish you spent more time at work. He said, you just need to go out there and live right now.
Yeah.
I thought, do you know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to have my midlife crisis early, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it took me 2 boats, because I bought the first one, and my wife hated it.
Okay.
My own fault. I sailed it back from Bangor down to Milford in a February sea. She was on the boat. She'd never sailed before. It was a 32 foot,
Quite
and
rough.
we were in maybe 4 or 5 meter swells.
Yeah.
So she hated it.
Yeah.
It. I didn't like it too much. I kept banging my head. So yeah, we had to buy a bigger one, and that's where we are now.
No, fair enough. I mean,
Viva
that's
Portugal, absolutely.
yeah. I mean, like you say, the freedom that a boat gives you. I mean, do you have to like register to go to different countries, or can you just sail wherever you want?
Yeah, well, you can sail wherever you want, and there's a little yellow flag you put up to say you're a quarantine ship, and you put it up, and customs know that you haven't checked in yet. Then once you check in, you can do as you please,
Wow.
But you can go anywhere, and that's the freedom with sailing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's amazing. That is that's amazing. I wish I could get a boat. One day in the future, I will have a boat.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna happen. So have you got like a good overall goal or message that comes with your business with Antics?
Yeah, well, when we say message, I just, our slogan is "Pet Ants Done Right," and I think that's all it is. To me, it doesn't matter how many people catch up to where we are or surpass us or whatever. I think there needs to be an industry standard, and there needs a sense of commerce about it, because I know hobbyist things are fun, and I know we all love buying from people in the bedroom sellers, from wherever, whether it's eBay or Amazon or in this industry, it's very much uncorporate, isn't it? But I think an industry needs a sense of stability, and you only get that with companies forming and beginning to take the reins and setting a precedent, and I think that's where it needs to go. So I think as a message for our company, it's just like, yeah, okay, if you think we're one step ahead, come join us, let's create something that's special. because it's going to be too quick before some massive firms get involved and we're all gone.
Yeah.
It only takes Pets at Home to start doing something, but see what I mean. Internet Reptile, if they go into ants, we're all buggered. So let's enjoy it while it is, but create this like standard along the way.
Yeah, I like that, because it wasn't long ago I was saying that it's the gel farms and things like that were sort of created at a time there wasn't, like you say, that industry standard yet. Like you could get away with it, and they weren't created by what I think are proper ant keepers. It was more of a money making scheme than like, oh, I'm interested in this hobby, but let's make something for it. It was, I can make money out of this, is what I feel like, because it's just not fit for purpose.
Absolutely not. No. It's a gimmick, and the world is full of gimmicks, isn't it? So it's. I haven't really got into nests. I'm hoping to stock some other people's nests, because try as I might, I don't think I can do it all. And if I start going to nests and exploring that revenue stream, like creating them myself, I think it'll take my attention away from the hundreds of queens that I've got a little bit. They take time. So as long as I stick with that special, I can work with some good partners and who have got the nests covered, and sell them through the website. I think it's important to do that.
I think that's a really great idea, actually, just focusing on the one thing you're passionate about rather than just stretching out because you can, I think that's really great, actually. Have you got any like interesting stories to share with us, good or bad? Like I always say, I once saw a colony rolling off a shelf, and I managed to do like some ninja stuff and catch it right at the last second.
Well, I don't, right? So I'm scared of being stung. There's no way to avoid it. I hate being stung. So I'm very careful, and I think the gloves are going to protect me, and my little stupid tweezers are going to help me. But I've got this problem, right? And it's whenever I'm doing, somebody's mentioned rubida, and they'll be back as soon as they fly. Really, we've got none. But that's the species that keeps getting me. And the stings, they're probably to a normal person, it's like, oh, okay, that's a bit sore. But to me, there's this big thing. Right? I hate pain. So I get panicky around them. And when I'm panicky, I tend to sneeze a little.
Right, okay.
Whenever I'm doing it, test tubes. Every time, get test tubes of rubidas, and something will happen and I'll sneeze. Or want to crawl on me, and I'm like, Jesus, like this. And rubidas are the ones where test tubes literally launch across the office. And then I wouldn't like to know how many rubida queens are living in there somewhere. But I try and, I find them and I pick them back up and take a few stings in the process. But flinging tubes when I sneeze, that's the worst stories that has created everything in the shop,
That's pretty good, actually.
I'm a really violent sneezer, though. It's the sort of sneeze that, if I sneeze, Karis is like, oh, for fuck's sake, So it's that it causes so much drama for me.
Yeah, no, I can imagine, to be honest.
Peter's just flying across the room.
I'm literally just amazed.
Anyone tuning in right now, I do genuinely love every queen. I'm just scared of them, and occasionally, when I'm scared, I sneeze.
No ants were hurting the making of this. Yeah.
So if you're ordering a rubida, just ask me when I last changed the tubes, because they've settled back down. It's okay, we've got Sam now. He can deal with this.
So let's go into the fact you've got Sam. So is he is he a full-time employee for you now?
No. So he works full-time hours, but between the two companies. So he was an ant customer. And he come in and saw we had a job advertised for the escape room, because he used to do his collections in store. And he said, oh, when can I apply for this? And he was only 17 at the time. And I said, when you're 18, you can have a job. It's a lot cheaper on public liability insurance, on your employer's liability. Yeah. So he said, true to his word, he applied, and I took him on for the escape room, and then gradually, as we've got bigger, he's increased his hours with the ants. So I'd say his full-time hours now, but it's an even 50-50 split between the two businesses. Every day I've gone in to the office this week, he's been doing something with the ants. He's taking everything out of hibernation.
Yeah.
So he's been there every day doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's slowly getting in on all of the Discord and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's going to work on the YouTube channel a bit. But he's a really nice guy, and when everyone comes down, you'll obviously get to meet him.
Yeah.
He's very modest with his knowledge, but geez, he knows stuff.
Knows
Things I
stuff.
can't get to lay. Things I think I've tried everything, and they're just not laying. Sam comes in with a plan, and boom, there's eggs. I don't.
Yeah, Sam's the man.
He's the man. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. No, I like that. And it's good that you're sort of expanding in a way that you can now involve other people, and it's getting bigger and better, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, like everything, it's going to take its time, right?
Yeah, of course.
And I don't want to rush it, because if I invest too much into staff, then it's less to invest into infrastructure.
Yeah.
And the infrastructure is more important than anything. But at the same time, I find myself struggling to keep up. When you need to be pumping 10, 12 hours a week into feeds, and I can only process 5 orders an hour, if it's a good order. But if you get somebody ordering 4 or 5 ants in a single order, that's an hour for the order, isn't it? To get it all nice and neat. So I was just at capacity, and when that happens, people begin waiting longer and longer and longer for their orders, and it's unacceptable. I've got some orders there now that were done Sunday, and I still haven't been able to ship them because I'm waking them up from hibernation, or so I'm still catching up now, but I think that's unacceptable, and that's the one thing we're working on. So to do it, we've got the collection room, and out the back of the collection room, on the ground floor of the building, there's this room that we're just using for junk, which I'm converting into the collection room. So everything's going to be in one place. The whole wall will be a whiteboard, so we can just make our notes on it. And
nice.
And I have a plan. It's just going to take a lot of labour to get it there. But things will speed up as it happens. And now Sam's here. Sam does all the feeds now.
Yeah.
So it is starting to
it takes a lot of pressure off you, and you can, like you say, focus on other things.
Yeah, and of course I only work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because Thursday through Sunday is escape room days. So I work 7 days a week, even if it's not entirely on ants. And of course now that can change, because we have Amber, who we just took on in the escape room as well. So we've got a nice close-knit team, and my wife also works. So we've got this now. Couple more weeks, and we'll be doing same-day dispatches, I'm sure.
Well, that is something to aim towards, but if you can't make same day, that's crazy.
Do you know, the thing is, right? When you take a queen, like dives have been going crazy right now. I think I've sold out of them. But when I take them out of where we keep them at 28 degrees, 27, 28 degrees, I take them out, and then I put them into a box. They're instantly going to go down to like 16, 17 degrees in the room, aren't they? And I always feel bad for them. I feel like it's such a jump. Even if I heat pack, they're going to go outside, and all of these acclimatizations that are happening is causing stress. So that's the main reason I kind of put off sending so fast. If somebody orders a dives in the afternoon, I'm like, geez, I've got an hour to get this in the van now.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's too fast to jump in the environment.
Yeah.
So we have like a halfway house, a hot room. And I tend to put them in there overnight and just deal with them the next day, because I worry too much,
I think that's, to be honest, it's better to be safe than sorry. I'd be like that. I don't like messing with any of the colonies. I don't like turning the heat off. Like, if say like a heat pack went off, I'd be panicking and going nuts until I replace it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it?
I had one the other day. It's so frustrating. A customer pays for a heat pack, and I put a heat pack in, and I sent it on a next day service, with a heat pack, and it was lovely and snuggly, you know, in that box when it left me. I arrived with the customer next day. Heat pack's not working. It's just so sad, isn't it? The Queen, you know, she's alive. She made it.
Yeah.
She was so slow though. We thought she wasn't going to make it.
Yeah.
But you do everything you can, and sometimes it was just stupid of me to send at 5 degrees. So
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like, people know that it's so cold and they expect the heat pack to
this is
work,
where-
but you can only do so much. You know what I mean? I always take the weather into account when I'm ordering ants.
But this is where I feel like I'm a bit of a dictator, and I really don't mean to be when I'm talking to customers, you know, because I love them all, and the reason we're here is because of them. But I literally spoke to somebody who ordered a species, and they didn't order a heat pack, so it's then temperature dependent shipping.
Yeah.
And then they emailed me, and I had a ton of abuse for not shipping this Queen, and it was 14 days, you know, but it's temperature dependent. I said, look, you can upgrade and have a heat pack, you know, it's only £1 something.
Yeah.
He said, I expect you to give me a heat pack for free. I said, well, you need to select it, you know, it's a big cost onto the ants. And he said, it doesn't matter to me if they die because you guarantee live arrival. So I feel like I'm too strict sometimes, but at the end of the day, to me, it doesn't matter what you think about how quickly a delivery comes, because what matters to me is that Queen that we've been feeding for months on end to raise does not deserve to die, so you can have them a day earlier, you know?
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's what this is all about, isn't it? It's about those queens. And we're their keepers, we're dominion over them. We provide them with perfect environments and let them thrive. And yeah, caring starts with how they get to you, I think.
Yeah. No, I think you're right with that. Yeah, because it's like you're passing that over and you're saying, well, I've cared for these ants, now you can care for these ants.
Now it's your turn.
Yeah, rather than just like, here you go. Right. Because, there's that extra level of care. I think that really makes a good attitude.
Yeah, we got to love them.
Do you get much abuse from customers? Do you find it's something that happens regularly?
No? The only time I ever get what I feel is abuse is if somebody will say something, albeit true, but it'll feel like it's a personal dig. And that's a byproduct of business, because we take pride in everything we do.
Yes,
and when somebody tells us we've done something wrong, our first instinct's to defend it. Then we get angry. And then we come around and realise that we can just sort this out very simply. So I never get abuse. What I get is a misunderstanding, either on my part or a customer's part. So it's always a misunderstanding that needs clarification. And sometimes I forget to put something in an order because I'm stressing and I've got lots to ship. But whatever happens, you know, it's if a customer's angry, I've done something wrong. So if they're giving me abuse, then I've messed up and I need to fix that. It doesn't just happen for no reason, does it?
No. I think there's some level of like people spamming and things like that, but like not abuse, you know.
Yeah, but people don't realise in the heat of the moment when they're angry.
Yeah.
And people's first reaction, if a customer's been disappointed by something, their first reaction is going to be to get angry, to give you the riot act, and they deserve it. They really do deserve it. I would deserve it because I've upset them somehow. But usually it's a simple fix.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
like, an explanation, you know.
One communication's key.
Yeah, one guy, I've got a customer out there now who's so brilliant at understanding. And he ordered the hibernation service, and I don't know how it's happened, but he paid for updates, and it hasn't been done. And, you know, we're pulling him out of hibernation in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And this guy still hasn't had his picture. We've royally messed up here. But he's so understanding, and I appreciate him for it, you know. Is this all 101 of all my mistakes?
Yeah.
Everyone listening, this is how you mess up and fix it.
That's why I said I couldn't be an ant store, or I couldn't run a store in general, because if you put an order with me, it'd probably take me 2 or 3 weeks to get to the post office. Like, I'm just useless. Like,
I love
'cause
APC. They come round every day at 4:30 and they pick up whatever's there.
there you go. Yeah, I need something like that because I am just useless. But then they'd be knocking on the door and I wouldn't have it boxed up. Nothing like, no, it's not my forte. I'll leave you to that one, and I'll keep doing the interviews.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just going through. So you said about some of your colonies are coming out of hibernation. Are you finding that it's getting earlier? I mean, it's a little bit early in the year for them to really come out of hibernation, but most of my ants are coming out already.
Yeah, I don't know. And the reality, yes, I've seen some activity in wild colonies, and it's kind of like stemmed me because we've had a bit of high pressure come through before this low front, and colonies became active, but they've gone dormant again now in the wild. I'm always one eye on the weather. That's the sailor in me, I think. But yeah, so all of our colonies are hibernated artificially, so they're all in incubators. Yeah. So really, it's not dictated on when they're ready. It's when the time says they've had enough,
Yes.
So we check on them monthly, and if they look like they're starting to be more active despite the cold, then we move them and start increasing temperature. So last year, because it was so crazy, everything went into hibernation a couple of weeks earlier than usual. Yeah. Because we had too many ants. So to fresh tube put them into hibernation, I had to just start earlier. So that's why they're coming out earlier now.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I think mine's just like the temperature around us is sort of rising slightly, and like you say, environmental cues and things. Some of my colonies have started to show a bit more activity lately. Most of my Lasius niger have started waking up now, which really surprised me. Even the ones which were in the sort of controlled environment have started coming out and have a little forage in their outworld area. So whatever happens. But I don't know. I think round here, because I've even seen some of the flowers are starting to blossom and come out a bit early. So I think the weather around here is just a bit messed up.
Yeah, such is the world.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's getting to that point now where, like, I think things will start getting affected in nature. Like the bees were so confused last year; they didn't know when to go and sleep. And
oil beetles, they flew like 3 weeks late. Everybody thought beetles weren't going to fly. So everything is a little
sort
bit
of messing up. Yeah.
So of course, oil beetles need bees, don't they? Because they hitchhike into the bee's nest and then feed with the bees until they're old enough to fly out on their own. So yeah, if the bees are off, everything, all the keystone species messes everything up.
Yeah, definitely. They all kind of bounce off each other, don't they? So I've got another question here. You make sugars, don't you? Do you actually make them yourself? Can you explain the process behind the sugars? Because I'm really interested.
If I tell you the process, then you'll probably start making sugars.
All right.
But yes, we make them in house. We're fortunate enough to have owned a vape company, so we have access to labs and people we know, and that's how the initial testing was done. Everything that's come from that it's frightfully expensive. So everything that's come after that has just been a variation of the original snaps that was released. But yeah, we're big on the snaps front. We produce maybe 100 bottles, 200 bottles a week. We ship them, we relabel them, and we ship them to stores all over Europe.
Wow.
So there's lots of sugar solutions out there under various names that all come from Antics. But you'd never know to see them, because it's OEM labels, it's white labels. So yeah, it's a really fun thing to make, and the only reason I started making it is because it's not a cheap thing, unless you're buying like huge industrial sized tubs. And if I'm going to do that anyway to test tube feed, we feed everything syringes in test
Yeah.
tubes. So we make our own protein jelly, which we use a syringe and put into the tube.
Yeah.
And we make our own snaps. So it's only for our own use. And I thought, people may want this, a thick syrupy liquid they can dilute. So yeah, I don't know if you've ever used any, but the ants seem to like it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I used cotton candy one for all of my colonies, and yeah, they go nuts.
they go, yeah, and they need clean sugar, don't they?
Yeah.
And if you put in a few B minerals too, and a few trace minerals and some vitamins, then you're just giving them a little bit of boost,
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's really good.
as with any food, variation is key.
Yeah.
Shouldn't depend solely on it. They need a variety.
Yeah. See, I used to buy honey and try and make the mixes out of that, and I've tried sugar waters and things like that, but I was never confident in my skills to make it. Keep it clean, the slightest bit of bacteria could make it go funny faster. I just never trusted it. So like when I found the syrup solutions, I was just like, my God, there's something,
Right? Yeah. Couple of drops in a thing of water,
Perfect.
a couple of drops of it, and boom. And
Yeah.
I think the best, here she is. The best person is Ants England. Sadie. She it takes me ages to do it too, because I wait until I'm making a fresh batch. I don't want to just use an old batch for her, because she orders so much of the stuff, like hundreds and hundreds of mils. So yeah, it takes ages to like ship it out. But it's because I want it like on the day I've made it. I want her to get her batch, because she's got so much she's never going to use it otherwise. I send, she buys it by the bucket load. Literally special prices,
yeah, well, definitely. If you're bulk buying, you need,
they taste nice. They do, I gotta admit, I do taste every batch I make.
I was gonna say, have you started tasting them yet?
Yeah.
Quite a few people do.
Well, there's nothing in it that you can't consume. It's just
No,
an extremely expensive way to get a sugar fix. But it's you can eat it. There's nothing in there that isn't suitable for humans. The preservatives used are used in foods to prevent fermentation and things like that. So yeah, it's just as safe. Chuck a bit in a cake mix and watch the colour. Have fun,
Yeah. Do you have any new flavors coming out?
What flavour would you like?
I don't know.
Tell me what flavour and what colour you want, and I can make it.
You can make anything. So wow, okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. Well,
the only thing I can't do is whites, because the only white I can source is oil base. And of course we're using water based. So I don't want to change the whole formula, because we don't know how they behave. But yeah, if you want a flavour or a colour, just tell me and I can make something.
Wow, that's cool. That's really interesting, actually. I like that.
That's why I do like the gimmicky ones, isn't it? Yeah. So Valentine's has a Valentine's, and Halloween's got toffee apples, and it's just a bit of fun, isn't it?
What's the Valentine's one? That's coming up soon. What's
Strawberries and cream.
Strawberries and cream. Lovely.
I did it last year and I sold so much.
Yeah.
So I had to do it again this year. Melon and grape.
Melon and grape. That's an interesting.
Fudge brownies. I could do that with what I've got now.
Burger and chips.
Do you know what? When in the vape company, I once let the staff choose, right? Because they were saying we should get this flavour, we should get that flavour. So I once gave them all £1,000 each as a budget and said, I'll buy whatever stock you want. And we ended up with things like roast chicken flavour and chili flavour and all the things that would never sell. Burger and chips would be pretty awesome, but I don't think people would buy it. Would you feed your ants chips?
No. No, probably not. I don't think the dogs would go for it. Kebab, yeah. No, I don't think they'd go for that.
Melon and grapes is the fruits my ants prefer, so imagine. Do you know what? I'll
Yeah.
do it. I'll do it for you, Sadie. You can test it. Okay.
There we go.
I will
There we
make.
go.
I will make a melon and a grape, and I will send it to you for testing on. Your ants can be the guinea pigs.
The guinea pig ants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you get your ideas for your products and things like that? Is it just you sit down and just have a spark, or do you find inspiration in the market?
This is a little gut feeling, when you get the hunch, and it sort of
Yeah.
started every business I had. There was when before we had any companies, we were working minimum wage, rarely getting paid, and yeah, Caris allowed me to spend our last £200 on something because I had a
Yeah.
hunch.
Yeah.
And as a result, we opened the first, all these vape shops in the high
Yes.
street that you see.
Yes.
I opened the first one in the UK before anyone
Wow.
else.
Wow. Okay.
Um,
The first.
so I struck lucky. So
Yeah.
when you say like inspiration, I think of things all the time. My brain is just going, and
Yeah.
and
You're
I
that
try
sort of
and
mindset. Yeah.
I try and write it down, but I can't remember like 10 minutes in the future. It's gone.
Yeah.
Even today coming home, right? My wife said to me, "Okay, we're going to Skilly now, which is a children's play centre."
Okay.
So she went with Joanne, our son, and I just finished up work 3:15, heading home. Forgot. She phoned me up and said, "You can't get in the house." I
Yeah.
lost my keys a long time ago.
Okay.
So she said, "You can't get in the house." I'm like, "Where are you?" She goes, "I'm a Skillyite." So I forget, constantly. So I write things down, and I've got pages and pages of ideas, and one by one I may do them, may not. I don't know. I'm talking for the sake of talking now. Next.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I think you're much like myself. Like my brain's always on the go. Like I've
I
got
know.
this big old notepad, and it is literally just filling up. I do like 3-4 pages a day of just notes and ideas that I've had, and I can never work through it all. I'll never get everything done, but I've got so many ideas like all the time. I'm just passionate, if you know what I mean. If something, yeah, I think you're much the same.
Yeah, once I latch onto something, I don't let go, and it's a blessing and a curse. Because you can ride with something all the way up to a brilliant idea, and the latching personality I have means I can follow it all the way back down as well and not let go. That's why I'm rubbish at crypto investments. Because I'm a hoarder. I buy and I hold and I never sell, and I lose potential of so much money because I've got thousands and thousands just holding. So yeah, it's a blessing and a curse, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got a friend that's into that crypto stuff, and he explained it to me the other day. He showed me all the graphs, and I was like, "Oh yeah, really cool." Not a clue.
I love it. I've been in a few years. I used to, up until a month ago, I was mining it in the attic.
Okay.
GPUs. But yeah, that's the way we're going.
Yeah, it is. The
Buy
market's
some.
definitely heading that way,
Now
isn't it?
it's crashed like really bad right now. Buy some.
I've got a couple more questions, and then we are going to ask a few about AntCon.
Okay, yeah, I'm up for
For
that.
everyone in the chat, because I know they're all dying to hear. But I wanted to split it in like half, because I know if we went to AntCon first, we'd probably lose half the audience.
Yeah. All right.
You know
So
what I mean?
this is strategic, right?
Yeah. So do you have like a favorite formicarium that you'd like to use? I know Sid's in the chat, and you're quite close with Sid, but
Yeah.
do you have...
Short of building the ones I've built myself. So I've got 3 natural now. One's got 3 species. I think I messaged you, didn't I?
Nice.
About
Yeah.
this. So yeah, one's got Formica fusca, Leptothorax, and Temnothorax, all living, cohabiting. There's actually multiple colonies of acorns because I kept thinking they weren't making it. So I thought, I'll chuck another one in, and now they're just everywhere. And now I've got a Singularis natural setup too, and a Carabao diversa.
Oh, nice.
So, short of making them myself, I like the EA nests. the Arenarius now is in an EA nest. It's
Yeah.
very good. They love it. They live in there. I'll show you this now. I don't know if the light is good enough, but
Okay, nice.
I'm a bit unstable, but they're quite happy living in there. And then they're in an ant cube. So the pipe just comes out and falls into this little outworld they have.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, I use dim nests, the wooden ones from dim.
Yeah.
I like those. And then we've got the big boys then from Sid, haven't we?
Yeah.
I'd never before I could become friends with Sid, before he came up and met me, I'd never used any of his products. And it's the sort of thing where you start using them like, geez, why wasn't I?
Yes.
And
yes.
that's what I'm experiencing now, right?
Yeah.
So Sid has things in planning, and he'll say to me, I'm still planning. I said this is 6, 7, 8 months ago, just launch it already. He's like, I can't. I need to know that this is right. And that dedication really does show with the ones I'm using.
The products are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, they perform so much better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't say I only stick to one kind of nest.
Yeah.
But I do. I'm fairly open to them.
Yeah, no, that's fair. One of my favourites at the minute is the Venus nest from Rakushi. It's amazing, like so helpful.
It really solves a problem, doesn't it?
It does. It
a
really
problem
does.
You didn't know existed until the nest was made.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh wow, why aren't I doing this with like every test tube that I have? Simple, like yeah.
Yeah. There's something really fun coming. I can't say.
Nearly got some. No, it's fine. I'm gonna get
Rich.
I will get Sid on the channel soon, and we'll have a chat to him, and he can tell us all his own products. So don't worry about that.
Good. Tell him.
Yeah, we'll force him onto the show.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I know he's
he likes that.
Very busy man, very busy, but we'll
tell him he's not busy, and he'll come on just to shout at you that he's busy. So.
Okay.
Work every time.
Okay, I'll remember that one. Right, let's move on to AntCon.
Okay.
So, for everyone that doesn't know what AntCon is, has never heard anything, do you want to just explain away?
So, AntCon 22 is something is a separate entity to what Antics is. So it's being created as its own thing. So that way I can treat it as its own independent thing, and there's no real vested interest or bias. But for the first year we need a venue. So the venue is going to be in Carmarthen, in where our escape room and our Antics is. And really it's just a little gathering of a few people to talk about ants and just be geeks, so that people can start putting names to faces of the people they're chatting to online constantly. And you can make some real life friends in this hobby, I think. And that became apparent when Sid came up to collect his atta from me. I can't remember when it was. It must have been April. He'll say if he's listening. But he came up and it was supposed to be a few hours. Got a thing to me about 11 a.m. and we assumed, you just pick up some atta, say hello and gone. I think it was about 8 or 9 o'clock when he left. And right then is when we conceived this idea. When he came up, we talked about this in depth. How cool it would be to have a gathering of people, maybe a few educational things, so a little seminar going on at the same time. But you can meet, you can stream. There'll be some competitions and some prizes, and people can just hang out for the day and have fun. And then afterwards, we can go over and have some drinks and get to know each other a bit better. But yeah, that's all it is. Just a gathering.
Yeah, just a big gathering of ant keepers.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
and of course, because it's its own entity, as it grows, and next year we'll look at putting it somewhere central, so maybe Bristol or somewhere like this. Then we can incorporate other stores and have stands and things like that as it develops into its own thing. Right now, there just isn't the space in our head office. But yeah, it's perfect, isn't it? AntCon.
Yeah.
A name that nobody even, it just sounds so perfect for it, but yet nobody knew about it. You know,
Yeah.
it's this conceived plan, and now nobody can think of any other name but Ancon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so yeah, it's going to be our first Ant convention, and it'll only get bigger and grow, and
Yeah.
hopefully become a nice big monster with some sites across Europe somewhere as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, it's definitely one thing we're missing from the community is those opportunities to meet up and have an actual day of it.
Yeah,
Like what's the other one? Comic Con, and like Comic Con's such a massive event, and all of
Yeah.
those sort of things. There was one when I used to do drumming as well, and it was Drum Alive. And I went one year, and it was like all the best drummers in the world were there, and there was thousands of different shops, and it was amazing. Just absolutely blew your
Yeah.
mind when you walked in, and that memory sticks with you for life.
Yeah, so I think every like hobby needs a convention of some kind.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's obviously that we could have gone with the expo side, but I think it's a little bit formal for what we want to create, and the convention abbreviated to con, obviously,
yeah,
just felt a little bit more relaxed and
yeah.
suited. So yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be a day. Will depending on the tickets people want, will dictate how much value of free stuff they get.
Yeah.
It'll always equal more than what the ticket costs them. And there'll be plenty of giveaways in the day, and like I say, like raffles too. I've got
Yeah.
some Dracula ants that I'm happy to raffle off, and if you're selling tickets for a couple of pounds, you're gonna buy a few, aren't you? But
Yeah.
what we'll do then is we'll reinvest all of that money into conservation, like the Formica project, and into keystone species rejuvenation. So we'll
Awesome.
find some really good places. Our aim isn't to rake in the cash for the day. It's to do some good in the community, and to do good, we collectively need to raise some money, don't we?
Yeah. No, that's really cool. That's really good. So what are the tickets that are going to be available? How many tickets are there? Is it going to be like everyone can get one, or is it going to be quite exclusive to get hold of one?
It depends. It depends if I buy a tent.
Yeah.
So obviously the actual games rooms can't be used because they're all themed, and I'm sure it would be rather odd listening to someone talk about ants in a World War II submarine theme. So our capacity as a building is probably only something like 30. If I tent the space, our courtyard, I can easily get 60 people squeezing in, maybe 70 at a push. So yeah, it depends how much interest there is. And right now, I think 100 and something have filled in the forms. So I think if you see tickets go up, and you're on the thing, just buy one. Just do it, because I can't guarantee that if they run out and you're like, oh Rich, you said I could come, then I'm sorry, I can only squeeze as many people as the fire inspector lets me. So I'll try and get as many in, But he's not a very friendly guy.
It was just a quick slip of money and another couple of hundred through the door.
My luck doesn't work that easily, though.
No.
It'd be the one time I try and bribe an honest crook, Go straight to the cops or something.
Yeah. Oh, I know that feeling. Yeah.
This isn't Spanish customs, It's it's a lot worse. The fire inspector.
So what can we expect at AntCon? Obviously, yourself is going to be there. What else are we going to see?
So I'm going to be there, obviously. Sid's going to be there, and he's going to be launching some products and give people a chance to buy them. Then we're going to have some YouTubers. So I don't know if you're planning on coming.
I am, yeah.
But Holifer's coming. He's
oh, wow.
Yeah, Holifer's coming. EA's coming. They're making the flights over. Somebody's even booked a flight from the US.
Wow.
To come and.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Because we're a small little place, So I've got to make it pretty good, haven't I?
Yeah, you have. Got to commit now.
I've got to do something special here. And so yeah, there's a wide group of people, and of course you can expect some back scenes access. So my plan for the day is for everybody to see exactly how we do things. So the ant rooms, the collection rooms, the leaf cutter tents, all of these areas will be unrestrictedly accessible. So you can go in and pick up any test tube from any viv that we have, and check the ants inside. Um, just just to be open, really. Oh, and Antscapes, yeah, geez, Ants Hood's coming.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting so many
We're
people.
all gonna be there. We're all gonna be there.
Antscapes, I'm going to give a spoiler now, a
Yeah, go for
competition
it.
we're having with Antscapes. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in some tanks. We've got all of the substrates and things. And one of the competitions is going to be a scape off. So we're going to have a scape off where a couple of people nominate themselves to scape off against Ryan live. You'll have like 30 minutes to create the best terrarium with the equipment provided, him included, and then we're going to vote on who's the winner. And of course, we'll raffle off the winning tank for charity, and we can sell or donate the other ones, you know. So we'll figure something out for a prize. Maybe the winner gets to keep the tank, and the other ones get raffled or something. But yeah, Ryan's doing a scape off.
That's really.
I think that's a new concept. I don't think anyone's thought of a scape off before.
No, not really. I mean, me and Ryan, actually, we spoke last year. We were going to do like a little competition between ourselves of like a miniature build, but we just haven't got around to doing it yet. But like, because obviously I love my bioactive builds. He's really into it.
Well, there we are. You can do it on the day then.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
Are you a man or a mouse, Tom? We'll see who the winner is here.
I never lose. I just come second or last.
You just don't quite make it sometimes.
Yeah.
Can we put him at a disadvantage? Like
I
just hand behind his back. Definitely.
That won't help, right? Because I only ever use one hand, anyways. You gotta shut his eyes.
He has to wear a patch.
Yeah.
And we'll put something ridiculous on this pirate patch.
My mind is just going all over the place now.
Yeah, definitely. We'll leave that one there.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not actually come into chat yet. He normally appears at some point. Dave Zantz says he wants to do a 2-foot tank, but not sure what to put in it. Dave Zantz, if you want to contact...
I think I'm on my own now.
My camera's just disappearing too, but there you go, I'm back. Yeah, I can inspire you if you need some help, buddy. Just send me a little message. Just going through all my questions. So you're saying this is going to be an annual event. When exactly is the event at the moment for everyone who hasn't seen?
21st of May.
21st of May.
Yeah, the idea is to do it before nuptials begin.
Yeah.
To get everyone buzzing and excited and ready and raring for going out and getting a fresh batch of queens. But yeah, 21st of May on a Saturday. On a
Saturday. Perfect. Will it be roughly the same time every year?
I'm hoping so. Yeah. I think a pre-season thing, because everyone's coming out of the winter blues, aren't they? Their colonies have just woken up and they're all thinking about the next things and how they're going to do. So I think as colonies become active, I think especially next year when we get other stores and vendors involved, it'll be a great chance to just go out and pick up some supplies, live, and meet your friends that you didn't see since the year before.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure not many of us do meet in real life, but with this amazing close-knit community, it's just there's never really any faces to names.
Yeah.
You must talk to countless people and you don't know them from Adam. But yet, the conversation you can have in half hour with face-to-face, you know them pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, I absolutely love these streams because, like you say, you get that face-to-face and the conversation just flows a lot better than over text. I'm rubbish at texting.
I just ignore them. I try, but it just takes so long, doesn't it, responding to everyone? It's easier just to chat sometimes. Yes, Jazz, it's in Wales.
Yeah, I was just
at the end of the M4. Just go until it stops and it's
until you almost fall off the end of the country.
Yeah. You hit what you think is a third world country, and then you're in our backyard.
I live on a little island. It can't be as bad as that.
It isn't as bad as that.
Yeah.
You're Portland, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
There's nowhere in Wales as bad as Portland, so
Yeah.
you're okay.
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah. Yeah. I like it here.
That's because
Kind
you
of.
never leave.
Yeah. 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 Well, in the bad weather, I get stuck. They shut the way off.
Yeah,
You're
they
just
do,
stuck.
don't they? Because it's one
Yeah.
way in and out, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it's lovely looking over the warships on the south coast.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice to look back, like, and I get a nice view of the coast, and you get to look at me. So, who's doing better, you know?
The south coast's lovely. It's a really
It
nice place
is.
to
It
live.
is.
Some prime real estate there.
Yeah, it's really interesting. We've got like the whole Jurassic Coast and all the fossils and stuff, which come like literally just the other side of like my garden. There's like cliffs and stuff, and you can see fossils. It's pretty cool.
Fossils.
Yeah, like actual dinosaurs and stuff hanging out the cliffs.
Really?
Not hanging out, but
Yeah,
close enough.
Just a
You know.
pteranodon's head, you know?
Well, but no, they do find a lot of fossils here. It's really famous for it.
Nice.
It's,
I suppose,
really
it's
cool
so
and
high,
interesting.
isn't it?
Yeah,
So
that's
high.
it. And you get all the different layers. You can't see me on the camera. You get all the different layers of the earth and whatnot. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like you say, it's quite well known for it.
Yeah, it's a nice place. The whole south coast. I sailed there a few years ago. And
Yeah.
we went across the south from the Isle of Wight across to Falmouth.
Okay, yeah.
And it's lovely. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's beautiful down there. It's nice in the sun.
Penderyn. Aunt England's talking about Penderyn. I'm assuming she means the brewery for the whiskey. It's worth a visit as you're passing. Do some good whiskey.
We've got a question here. Are we allowed to film at AntCon?
Yes, of course. You can film, you can stream, you can take as many pictures as you want, wherever you want, at whatever you want. It's absolutely fine.
Brilliant.
Anything confidential will be behind a locked computer, but if you want to start opening up and some boxes of ants and taking pictures of things you might not have seen before, go for it.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it, is to open our doors and no holds barred, say this is what we do and this is who we are. And now let's have some fun with a few speeches and things along the way, you know? Some streaming, and I'm sure, you know, plenty of people want to have a little talk to their audience while they're there. And we'll have competitions and some raffles and just a day of hanging out, really, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll probably go stream the entire day. I'm probably not even going to stop. I'll just leave it going and carry it about. And I look stupid. I look like one of those teens carrying the selfie
Yeah, but
stick,
you won't be the only one looking stupid.
Exactly.
So,
We'll all be doing it, I hope.
and I mean, to anybody walking past, you know, the building, I can assure you we all look stupid. Because
Yeah.
they're going to be look at the sign and say,
yeah.
what the hell is this, an ant, what, a convention?
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a guy that's around the corner. He watches our building. It's like a residential street just around the side, and he can see our gate every time we come and go, and he waves every day. You know, he's a nice guy. He's gonna lose his mind when you know he realizes we're having a convention for ants. So yeah, don't worry about a selfie stick. You're gonna be fine.
Oh, brilliant. Is there a link or anywhere that you can find out more information?
Yes. So the website is antcon.co.uk. Information as we get it will be populated on there, and I'm going to start a little box in the top corner that shows you the date it was last refreshed, so you can quickly click on and say, oh, there's been a refresh since I was last on. So more information will go on as we know it, and as our speakers confirm, and as things get finalised. But we're holding back now. Hopefully, what's the date now? I'm looking at the date, not something dodgy. I've got some through here too. So by the end of February, the tickets should go live.
Brilliant. Do you know the sort of prices and the tiers, or how the prices for tickets are going to work?
So my theory is we'll have a base level price. I don't know what £20, something like this. And for that you'll get like t-shirt, let's say, So and it'll be shipped to you ahead of time, so everyone can come wearing the same. No fashion to worry about. If you don't want to, you can just wear an Antcon t-shirt, and it's a founder's t-shirt as well, isn't it? The first one, so we'll make it something special. But then I'm gonna get hold of a species. Look at me scoffing through. I have a new contact, and the export permits should be finalised next month. So this isn't a promise by any stretch of the means. I still have to arrange the cargo freight and things, but all being well, I should have a South American supplier from Peru.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a species to everyone that comes. So everybody that comes is going to get an ant species, something different, something we don't commonly see, something that's readily available every year, and we'll create a species associated with the event. Something different, unique, is a way. That's my aim. So the aim is everybody gets an ant, obviously, a living ant, and then up with the tiers, you'll get something more. So you'll get like a nest from Wakushi or an Outworld or something from EA, and we'll create this package where if you're paying a high-end tier, I don't know what the value would be off the top of my head. I haven't. Yeah, whatever it may be. So for argument's sake, you'd get like 100 quid's worth of stuff for £60. Yeah. So really the ticket isn't costing you anything. It's like a pre-sale, but you're getting more value's worth of items when you arrive.
That sounds brilliant.
But like I say, it's all just like my head spinning at the moment, so I'm not overly sure on the nitty-gritty details.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Right now I'm working on trying to get the speakers arranged and get the events organised and get the actual substance founded. Yeah. And then once we know exactly what's happening on the day, we can put a value to that.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think it would be silly to create a pricing structure without the core value being there. Yeah. So I'm kind of working backwards. I know everybody just wants to know how many tickets there are, when they can buy them, and what they're going to get with the ticket. But I will get there. Me and Sid are working hard at it, and we'll figure this out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, well, I want to say a massive thank you from the entire ant keeping community for putting it on, basically, because we need it.
Don't thank me yet, Tom. This might be the worst shambles I've ever driven 300 miles for.
Yeah, but we're all going to meet in the pub afterwards, so it'll be fine regardless.
Yeah, there's nothing a few drinks afterwards won't fix. So even if the day goes completely wrong, at least we can... There's a Wetherspoons down the road, and it's so cheap you won't care.
And they won't know what's hit them when we walk in.
Yeah. They won't have a clue.
Yeah.
Bloody Antcon.
If anyone has any more questions in the chat, make sure you send them in now so that I can make sure I get in everything. I'm just going back through as well.
Thanks, Happy Ant. Shame. And Antics, any new stock coming soon? Exotic ants or inbreeding. I'm waiting on the weather. It's too cold, and I really don't want to ship queens with the risk of dying. To me, as I said earlier, it's irrelevant if somebody puts a guarantee on their life. It doesn't mean anything to me, because if there's an avoidable way for a queen not to die for the sake of me getting her quicker, so soon we'll wait for another high pressure front to come through, get some nice weather, and then I'll start pulling in some orders. So I can't really commit to what we're getting yet, because it all depends on what they have when the weather's right.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to let you down. I've got loads. I've got a hit list of species like this, so I won't let you down.
I'm sure you won't. One thing I do is like probably every other month I go through and just check what ants have come in lately and what do I want to add. I've got so much in the ant corner at the minute that I keep looking at it. But basically, long story short, I'm expanding again. I've moved things about and I've got some new shelves coming and I'm expanding it again because I haven't got enough ants.
Yeah, but you're crazy because in
I
your
know.
like tour video,
Yeah.
so many of your colonies are small,
Yes.
and when they become monster colonies, you're gonna have
Yes.
you're gonna loathe the day you bought that one extra
Right. Yeah.
Nigel. You know,
Yeah. I
um,
know what you mean, but so when I say I'm expanding, I pre-plan everything. So every ant colony I've got actually has two entire shelves that they can expand into. So it looks like it's packed at the minute
how many
because they're
shelves do you
all.
have? Do you live in a warehouse?
No, I'm like, right, I've got this new shelf unit, wife. Where can I put it? Oh, it's going on top of everything you own. And if there's a flat
Crazy man.
surface, I'm putting shelves on it. Yeah, yeah. I've got a passion, a problem. I think they might say.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Passion is like 3, 4, 5, 10 species, 20 species. Problem is you.
Yeah.
I'm sure Sadie's got a problem. I've definitely got a problem. Definitely.
See, my biggest problem at the minute is I want to do more bioactive builds, and the space I need for them is obviously a lot more. So I need to like think what ants can go into the bioactive setup, and then I can move the next ant into the corner, and it's like a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Such is my life. I think I can sympathise.
yeah,
My
yeah,
life is
yeah.
a conveyor belt of moving something somewhere else to fit more in.
Yeah, definitely. So I am planning to move within this year probably, and I'm gonna get a massive place dedicated for the ants. Like
Nice.
gym, studio, ants basically in one massive
So you need
long room.
a mansion then.
Yeah, pretty much. I need a lot of space, but yeah,
What do
maybe
you
one
do,
day.
Tom? What do you do for work?
I'm an athlete.
An athlete.
Yeah, so I spend most of
Nice.
my day in the gym. I do like other things on the side as well, but I spend most of my day in the gym. I compete in boxing, triathlon, and strongman, and I'm a
Wow.
sponsored athlete.
So I assume it pays okay.
No,
Right.
no,
Okay.
no, definitely not. There's not much money in it at all. Um, but I used to work full time in an office for the county council. I got quite high up in it, but the stress and I don't know, it done me in working in the office, not the office environment, but the high level that I was working at. Like I was right underneath like the director and things like that. And it
I'm
was
sorry, I'm not
high
laughing at you.
stress.
Sam has just joined the chat. Welshant guy, that's my
Okay.
guy Sam. He says, "Does that mean I have a problem as well?" Sam, you are the definition of problem.
Brilliant. Well, welcome,
So
Sam.
back
Welcome, Sam.
back
Thanks
to
for
you.
joining.
Sorry for laughing at your story about when you were working for the council very
No,
tired.
that's fine.
Because
That's fine.
it sounds quite rude to just laugh at
No, no.
you sobbing your heart out.
No, say it just got too stressful for me, so I gave it up and wanted to follow my passions in life rather than wasting away in an office. I was working 80 hours a week as well, and I had young
Yeah,
kids, and
that's silly.
yeah,
That's just silly.
and much like yourself, like you, I spoke to that guy, and he said, enjoy yourself, live your life, and with like everyone in the chat that here regularly knows I have some serious health conditions. I thought to myself, I'm not going to spend my entire life working hard. I'm going to like follow my passions and enjoy life.
So if you're going to be broken watching ants. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lesson.
definitely. I mean, that's how not my whole ant keeping thing, because I've been keeping ants for about 13 years now. I've always sort of had Lasius niger about in the flat somewhere. But in the last year or so, I thought, well, I'm going to need to start slowing down from the athlete career now because I'm getting worse with my health, we could say. So that's why I thought I could, go into my other passion, which is ants, where I don't need to be so athletic, if that's the right term. And yeah, and I just sit down, I can watch my ants and relax, and it's so different to all the other environments. It's why I love it, if you know what I mean. It's one of the reasons I love it. It's just so relaxing to sit there in front of the tank and do nothing.
I know. I wish I I'd spend more time in work if I could. I try and get home for 4:30 every day, so I don't
Yeah,
miss evening meal as a family and putting the kid to bed.
yeah.
So yeah, that's
See,
why if you're messaging me after sort of 4 o'clock, you're probably not going to get an answer till late at night.
no, I think that's important because, like you say, it's if you're working too much, as passionate as you are, even I myself, like I'll still after this, I'll still be doing things till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I never stop, but you need to take that time for yourself, step back and have that work-life balance. Take time
Yeah,
for your family, definitely. So I think we can all give you a bit of a break if you're not answering straight away.
I do. I get there. People are very
Yeah.
understanding.
Yeah, yeah. And we have a really great community in the ant world. Like I've
Oh,
not
that's
had many
wonderful.
issues. Yeah, everyone's really welcoming, really friendly. We do have a question here, right back from Ants England. Is there a notify me button when your stock is back in stock?
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Um.
That.
Oh, sorry, that was a bit blunt. That was me thinking in my brain, but out loud. Yes, there is a
That's
notify
right.
button. You can. Yeah, the list is long.
Brilliant. So,
We get
yeah,
notifications. The most sought after thing right now is the mini teas, the mini
yeah.
terrariums. I'm just waiting on the ants for them. But then we'll list them. I'll only have about 40 or 50 initially. So if you're on the wait list for them, I think there's about 100 and something people signed up for when they go back in
Wow.
stock. So yeah,
Wow.
get them. Just go on and buy it and worry about the credit card bill later.
Yeah, fair enough. That's pretty much how I live my life. But
It's a
yeah,
problem for future me, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. Someone else can deal with that later on. Yeah.
Yeah, people
Uh,
do it all the time, and we've got various ways to pay on the site, but
yes.
people see something they like and they're just like, oh no, I'll put it off. They wait and they convince themselves to buy it. Whereas I'm a very quick buyer. I buy and then get buyer's remorse instantly. But most people aren't like me, so they'll deliberate for so long and then they'll go out of stock. And people message me and it breaks my heart because they're like, I've been dying to get this species. I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to get them again. I'm really
Yeah.
sorry they're gone. So yeah, if you see something you like, just grab them.
Um, right. So escape rooms. So I just
Mhm.
typing back the comments at the same time. What are escape rooms? Because I think I know what you're talking about, but I want to make sure and I want everyone else to know. And let's go into the escape rooms quickly.
Okay, it's a themed room full of puzzles and a
Yeah.
locked door. So you get put in as players, the door shuts behind you, and you have 60 minutes to solve as many of those puzzles and escape as you can. If you don't do it, then we come in and show you what you missed. So if there is no physical death, the insurance company wouldn't like it. But yeah, it's a live action puzzle game, like a
Okay.
watered down version of the Crystal Maze.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
More brain, less running.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've seen them about, and they have looked really cool and really interesting. I'd love to try it. It's sort of thing that me and my wife would get really into if we ever had a night away from the kids. Um, yeah. So is that like you own one? Do you own multiple of them?
I
Is
own
it?
one site,
Yeah,
so I own Carmarthen. I'm part of a group with a friend of mine called Mark. He owns the one in Swansea, and
yeah.
there's one in New York as well. Um, so yeah, Carmarthen is mine, and within Carmarthen we have three themes. So we have three games that I've built. Um, One of them's about to be refurbished, which will be done in time for AntCon. Um, and then we're having a fourth game that I still need to build. But yeah,
Okay.
so there's four different types of game, but all under one roof.
Do you make the games yourself? Do you come up
Yeah.
with the ideas yourself
Hmm.
and all the like clues and the hints and how it all works?
Yeah.
That's
So
really
so
interesting.
the concept, the design, the building, every last screw, every wire, and every puzzle is all done by my wife and I.
Wow. Wow. And that's a lot of work. I can tell you that is a lot of work which goes into that.
It takes about 20 weeks, maybe if we're lucky, 14 weeks. We built a dungeon, and I had to buy 5 tons of sand and stone to make a cement floor in there. It took a month just to make this floor. It was a bitch. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're getting better, of course, because when I opened the
Yeah.
first room, I'd never built anything before. I learnt on YouTube how to use a table saw,
Yeah, yeah,
So now I'm getting better. The quality's going up with the games as well. But yeah, they're fun. If no one's played them, then I'll do, for anyone that comes up for AntCon anyway, I'll do a discount code. So if you wanted to come back on the Sunday and play
yeah.
one of the games, I'll put a discount code out there so people can book for a lot cheaper than rack
Wow.
rate.
Oh, wow, brilliant. That sounds quite tempting, actually.
Yeah,
No,
but it's something, isn't it?
yeah,
We're gonna compile a list. Yeah, Sid's actually seen my games, in real life. So we're going to compile a list of things you can do in the area, all of the things around where you can stay, where you can eat,
yeah,
activities locally that you can do. Because the idea is that nobody in their right mind is really going to come up to Wales
yeah,
for one day. I mean, I
yeah,
would, but I'm a bit of a freak. So the idea is going to be that we give you like a bunch of things you can do, and people can bring their families, disappear for a
yeah,
day, but then still have fun around that day. And of course, we have an escape room to aid with that.
yeah,
But there's plenty of things to do locally, so
yeah.
people can make mini holidays, staycation around it.
Yeah, no, that's a really good idea. I mean, if I was to travel up, I'd probably be coming up on a train or something like that and making my way that way. So, like you say, I'd be doing that over 2 or 3 days.
But then we're in a good community here, so there may well
Possibly,
be
yeah,
someone that is heading from near you that you can get to. I know it's happening with like Holophit and
yeah,
EA. They're hitchhiking with other people in the community, and
yeah,
it's the beginning of getting somewhere all together. Is the
yeah,
beginning of us all
definitely.
working together, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Was there anything else you wanted to say about AntCon before we left it?
No, just keep an eye on the website and sign up for the updates. And as soon as things get updated, I'll send a little notice out. But yeah, hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, honestly, I'm sure it's going to be good. Like, everyone's just dying to get together, meet each other, have a good day of Anting,
We need it after a couple of
yeah.
years of a pandemic and all
Yeah,
of this
oh, yeah.
nonsense. And it's lovely that the restrictions are stopping now and
Yes.
this can really go ahead. It's just going to be a good experience for us all, I
Yeah.
think, to actually meet each other and make some real life friendships. It's also good talking on Facebook, but until you meet someone, you
Yeah.
don't know them.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And give them a good handshake and have a drink
Yeah.
afterwards. Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It makes the difference, really, doesn't it? I
Yeah,
think.
it really does. It really
Yeah.
does.
Definitely. Okay, was there anything else you wanted to say about your store, about anything at all before we go?
Oh look, I've waffled on for ages, haven't I?
No, not at all, mate. You're more than welcome to use this as your platform. This is your platform, your night, you know?
Yeah, I'm a blabbermouth. But it's nice to come on and finally talk to you.
Yeah,
We
it's been
haven't-
really enjoyable.
It's only recently we've sort of like crossed paths, really, isn't it? And
Yeah.
become aware of each other properly. So yeah, it's nice to make another friend in the industry. And yeah, it's thanks to everyone that's bothered. There's 12 people watching. Can you believe that?
Yeah. I mean, they've been coming in and out, left, right, and centre all night, and I'm sure we'll get quite a few listens on Spotify over the next few days as well, because that normally happens. But yeah, it's a great community. Like almost every Wednesday and Sunday we do this, and almost every time we have this amount of people, and yeah, they're really great, really engaging community. We've just started picking up a bit more on Twitch as well. I've got like 29 followers on Twitch.
Nice. You'll be affiliate before you know it.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but it's actually a really hard industry to break into is the Twitch, because
I've got an affiliate for Twitch.
Yeah, is that
I used to stream video games.
there you go. Right, so it is a massive
So I
gaming
only ever got to
channel.
like 90 people, but it took
Yeah.
me so long to get affiliate, and it was so much hard work that when I got it, I
Yes.
couldn't be asked anymore.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
I got a green screen, everything,
yeah. That's what I'm going to get behind me eventually. But
an
I just
Elgato
got
green screen.
a sheet to cover up all the kids' posters. To be honest.
Was that what that's for?
Yeah, otherwise we'd be learning
Right.
how to count and how to
It might help
write.
me in life.
Yeah. No, no, you don't want to see it. But yeah, kids posters on like every
I
wall
think
that
the
I
whole
don't have
community
ants.
wants to know what you're really hiding behind the sheet.
No, no, you don't. No, you don't. I could like turn the camera either way, but no, no. It's on a very strategic view.
Yeah, I can see this.
Yeah, yeah. No, I have no problem with admitting that at all. But yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you for coming on, giving us all that information about Ancon as well. That's like, it's filled our boots as such for now.
Rikushi's on to you. Yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, if ever you need someone again, then by all means, I'll come on. Did I see Ants England's done 70 escape rooms?
Yes, I did see that.
Be 73 in May.
There you go. Yeah.
79.
70. That's a lot. I haven't done any, so maybe she can help me.
Well,
There's a reason I keep all the ants in the corner. I'm going to get bullied by everyone now, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm not showing what's behind the sheet.
And I'm the aggravator. I've started these questions, see? Like,
that's fine.
Are you going bold?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Because the cap's come on the last couple of weeks. What are you hiding?
I have no problem saying it's definitely thinning on top, and I've gone grey round the sides. So the hat is here to stay.
Nice. Well, at least you're honest, eh?
Yeah, no, I've got no problem. Like, I'm getting old.
It's okay. I'm grey.
Yeah, well, you work hard. That's it. We work hard. We're losing our hair. It comes with the territory. 35.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, I not far behind, but I feel twice as old.
Ants England says she's never escaped.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
I don't
She's
think
still stuck.
She's lying. There's no way you pay for 70 games and not escape any of them.
Caps on a bit straight there. Oh, hang on. There you
go. What's going on?
I never have it straight. I'm too hip for that.
I was in New York in January, and it's kind of like what the kids there wear, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
They've got their headphones on and their caps like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I think you've been speaking to too many Americans, Tom.
See, I actually, when I got the hat, I put it on, I was like, wow, I feel young again. Because when I was young, like 18, 19, I used to wear a flat cap. Yeah, I honestly did. I felt really young. It was like back in the day when I only needed to shave once a week.
And now he sleeps with it on, everyone.
Yeah, I pretty much
now it never comes off.
Yeah, almost never take it off.
Brilliant.
Everyone's like, "Have you got hair?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's there. I've still got hair. It's still there. Don't look."
Brilliant.
Slowly thinning out. But oh well, right. I'm gonna leave it now. I'm gonna let you.
Yeah,
shoot buddy.
It's been wonderful. Thank you very much.
No, it really has. You're welcome to come back on anytime. We've got a open mic night. I can't remember what the date is at all, but you're more than welcome to come on that night as well and have a great chat.
Bro, yeah, lovely. I will see you there.
Brilliant. I shall see you again soon then, buddy.
Thank
you for coming on.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And there we go, everybody. That was Rich from Antics. Absolutely brilliant chat that we had with him. So thank you all for coming in and giving us some awesome questions and whatnot. You are all absolute stars, as you know. I love you all to bits for coming on. I hope I answered all your questions, queries, and everything that you wanted to know. If you didn't get the information you wanted to know, just send him a message. He's a really nice guy, and I'm sure he'll get back to you within his working hours, like we said. Anything else that we need to cover whilst I'm here? If you haven't already, find the link in the chat. Dean, if you're still here, can you post a link to the survey, please, buddy? Or any of my mods, please post a link to the survey. If you haven't yet done it, please do the survey for me. I'm compiling a list of all the best ant shops in every country that I could possibly get hold of. And that way I can do like the ant keeping awards, but I'll be able to compile a list which I can then put out on my website, which is going live within the next week. So keep your eyes open for my website. It's going to have a forum, and it's basically any ant keeping information you want. Go to my website, and it's the best place for it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So yeah, this survey will help me get the information I need to direct new ant keepers or other ant keepers anywhere around the world to the best place for them. Basically, it will be absolutely amazing if I can get as many people as possible to do the survey. So that's enough of that. Obviously, if you haven't already, click that little subscribe button for me. It helps me out massively on all my channels. You're more than welcome to check out my Patreon. There's all sorts of little perks. Lots of new perks coming as well. We're going to get some merchandise coming and all stuff like that. So if you're on Patreon now, the prices are set as they are. So get on it now, and the perks are going to get bigger. So the prices are probably going to go up. Make sure you keep an eye open for the website. Join the Discord, all of that lot. There's going to be a mailing list soon as well with newsletters. Don't forget that one. And I can't even remember. There's just so much happening. So you're going to have to look on the website because it's all going to be on the website. Send me a little message if you want to find out more. And on Sunday, this Sunday coming up, we have Ants Are Us on the picnic table. So that's going to be another amazing night of chatting. So don't forget to join me on Sunday. Same time as always, 8:30. I'm going to start with a feeding in the multi-species tank, and 9 p.m. we will start the interview. It's going to be absolutely awesome to have Ants Are Us on the chat. So if you've got any questions, write them down, send them over to me, whatever you want to do. Get the information known, like whatever. Now, as we still got 11 people here in the chat, who wants to see the multi-species tank and listen to me ramble on for the next however long until you get bored? Well, I'm going to take that as, yeah, why not? Because I haven't heard a no. I want to see your pretty face no more. Give me the 30-second timer, please. And we are back with the multi-species tank. Hello, everybody. I am here to chat, here to fulfill your ant keeping queries, needs, whatever. I have no idea what I'm talking about. What's going on, people? How's things? Who have we got in chat? We got Ant Ramblings. Dino and Antics might be here, but no, he's popped off. That was absolutely brilliant. Thanks for coming in, and Antics. We've got Shane. We've got Ants England possibly still here. If you're still here, give me a little shout. Give me a message. Let me know you're here. And I am just going to do this bit here. Dooby-dooby-doo. And just so everyone knows, Ants Are Us, they are coming on the show on Sunday, like I just said, but they are also one of the show sponsors. In fact, the only current sponsor. So thanks to Ants Are Us. They've sponsored this show for the last couple of weeks. It's enabled me to do some massive improvements, and we're bringing out some bigger stuff and just huge, great big plans coming to the Ants on the Rock channel company, whatever it is, slowly becoming. So thank you to Ants Are Us for supporting that and making it possible. So that is why we've got this little banner here. If you see these little banners throughout the stream, you know that we're just being supported by these shops. I don't leave this open to just anybody, by the way. I only approach shops that I think I would like to promote. This is because, you know what I mean? I don't want to just promote anyone because they're going to give me money. This is, I've approached him and said, I love your shop. Would you like to work something out? And we've worked something out. So
yeah, you might see a few more ads, but you won't see many because I have also put a limit on it. But I got to make some revenue to make these things better, so this is one way of doing it. Anyways, back to the ants. What is going on in the tank at the minute? Should we have a little look around? Polyrackers dives. Oh, there. Oh, right. So I couldn't get away with the towers, so I ended up putting in like 2 more towers, and now I could probably take them out soon. We got isopods. Shane, your girlfriend is asleep next to you. Do not wake her up and tell her you're watching ants because she'll think you're weird. Or yeah, no, don't wake her up with ant videos. My missus does not like that when I'm like, hey babe, look at this ant. Look, it's doing this. And she's like, I'm asleep. Yeah, not good. What else is going on? So I was taking a few of the beetles out of this tank recently. Like I said, it was getting a bit overpopulated, so they're quarantined in the box upstairs. The dives absolutely love waxworms, as you can see. Should we zoom in? Let's zoom. Oh, we zoomed out. Hang on. There we go. Loads of ants down there. Polyrachus dives are awesome. One of my favorite species that I keep. Oh, I've got some really sad news, actually. My laziest flavus are dead. Well, I say dead. They're gone. I decided, well, it's been a few months since I last looked in. I'll have a little look in the test tube. So I opened up the box. I wiped the sand off, pulled back the tinfoil, and was like, it's a completely empty tube. The queen is gone. There's no way she got out. So I searched through the very small amount of substrate that's in there. And I think I found her dead body, but it's in pieces. So it's like, did she cut herself up? What exactly is happening there? I'm not sure. But yeah, I definitely don't have a Flavus Queen anymore, which is a real shame. I was really excited to get Flavus. I'll probably replace her in the future because yeah, I was really disappointed about that. Actually, I wanted the Flavus. That's a shame. Oh, whilst I'm here chatting, I'm also going to welcome in my new mod on Twitch, J-Man. He is quite a nice, committed, like, he is a very nice guy, not quite, come on, he's a very nice guy. He's committed to the Ant channel, and yeah, so he is now my mod on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, you will be watched over by J-Man. Any problems, just send him a message and I'm sure he'll help you out. But welcome him to the Ants on the Rock team, which is slowly growing. We are now at 5 members, 6 members, something like that. 5.5 members in the Answer Us team to keep everything rolling and going. And we've got some insane ideas undergo at the minute. Like I say, the website is going to absolutely blow your mind. I'm hoping it will be the place to be for everything ant keeping. I am not going to be a shop. Yeah, I'll explain the half in a second. I'm not going to be a shop. Well, you can buy merchandise and stuff, but I'm not going to be selling ants or formicarians or anything like that. But I am going to be outright amazing. There's going to be information. There's going to be pages that you're going to want to, it's going to be worth looking at. It's going to be worth signing up, being part of it. You're going to be able to sign up to a newsletter as well that will send out to you via email once a month, of course, and that will just keep you up to date with all the news and events that I can get hold of, basically. So like anything that I'm doing, other big events like AntCon and other stuff and possible sales and just anything that I can find that's worth you knowing, I'm going to put in this newsletter every month. So you can sign up for that. And there's other stuff you'll be able to sign up for as well. Some of it might cost, some of it might not. I can guarantee you if there is a cost to it, I have only put a cost in to cover expenses, and you will get back more than your value of the cost. I can promise you that.
What else have we got going on? Just so much stuff. I mentioned earlier the ant keeping awards that I'm going to do with the results of the survey. I'm hoping that ant keeping awards will be a proper permanent thing that I will be doing on a yearly basis, and it will grow where I can actually start handing out proper awards, and it'll be awesome. But this year, I'm just planning on doing an ant keeping awards. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil too much, Dean, because I'm not going to say much more than that. But I think the ant keeping awards, because that is literally happening right now. I'm getting the data, and then the certificates will go out to the top 3 sellers in every country, and then the data will be compiled into sheets on the forum, on the website, so that anyone in any country can be like, well, I'm in Australia, what's the best shops in Australia, or so on and so forth. You know what I mean? If you're in a country, hopefully I can find you a shop local to you that's worth your salt. Who's the half? I'm gonna say my wife is the half, because although she's not a particular employee part of it as such, like yourself, Dean, and J-Man, and Stein, and Ted, she is going to be helping out a lot on the things like the newsletter side of things and writing things up and all of that lot. Shane, honestly, you don't have to, but you're absolutely amazing. If you do, you're absolutely amazing anyways, buddy. We got on really well, but that would be absolutely awesome. Yeah, Dean, like you say, we've got some awesome changes happening. I'm going from just a small ant channel to a lot bigger, a lot more, with some awesome plans. But the main goal and the main ethos is staying the same, basically. I'm just here to connect the dots, fill in those gaps, connect the community, and do everything that is missing, basically. So yeah, it's going to be amazing. You'll be able to sign into the website and chat via the website with a much larger engaging community, because one thing I do find is not everyone uses Facebook, not everyone uses Instagram, not everyone uses Twitch or YouTube. But I'm thinking if there's just a website, then anyone can sign into that, and we could have loads of people sign on eventually, with lots of different information, lots of different experience, and it could get really, really cool. So I'm hoping it's going to be amazing. Shane, you received your monomorian floricolor today. I said, yeah, please do send me a chat. I'm sorry, I'm yawning, everyone. I've literally running on about 2 or 3 hours sleep at the moment, but it's all good. I tell you what, like, now, this isn't ant related. This is why I'm so tired. You know the game Fallout 4? Well, last night at like, I don't know, 9, half 9, I decided to download all the DLCs and expansions. And it went on to about half 11, and that's when I started playing. So it's my own fault that I'm so tired. Completely my own fault. A bit irresponsible of me, actually. I shouldn't stay up that late. But you know what you got to do, you know. You got a new game and you got to play it, and you can't wait to play it, and you can't go to bed till you have played it. That'd just be silly. I don't play many games, but I've got really into Fallout 4 a minute. Most of the games I do play are like strategy games and stuff on the computer, but you can actually go on my other YouTube channel, which is called something different. Or no, actually, I changed it to Everything Else. It's actually called Everything Else now, and you can go on there and basically see some of my gaming videos and other content. There's not a lot on there. I don't upload to it often. I've got about 50 videos I do need to upload to it, actually. But you're more than welcome to check out the other channels. I do also have my athlete channel as well, which is Doggett Hill Athletics and Strength. You're more than welcome to check out that, where I post a load of like my training videos and other stuff, talk a little bit about my health conditions and how it's affected me, whatever, all of that lot. I am here if you want to ask me any questions or anything. I will be back in a second. I'm putting the kettle on. It's been a while since I've had a drink. So the kettle's just boiling, so I won't be talking much, just for a second. And I am back. Yes, Dean, I can do that very soon. Actually, I've got a load of roaches that I've just started separating out that are like medium size, so I can send you some. And isopods, I've got bloody thousands. Kenneth Davis, you are a robot. Go away. That's how you deal with robots. Otherwise, they're going to rise up against us and start to take over the world. You know that? No, I don't actually believe that, but robots are pretty scary. I've seen Terminator far too many times. Oh, my cup of tea's really, really hot. Too hot. Too hot to even hold. Don't you just hate that when your drink's too hot to even hold? It's like, I just want to drink it. I can take away the bye. And there we go. Little banner saying I'm having a drink. Terminator's good film. It's alright, actually, but it's a bit, yeah. Cybernet, yeah. All of that. Problem with Cybernet is you just can't trust it. Like, what if robots started? No, we're not going to get into this because we're going to get conspiracy theorists start like sending messages and stuff. I don't know. Just sat here watching the bullet ants, watching the dives and all of that lot. Oh, the crabs are getting massive now. Absolutely massive crabs, considering. Oh, excuse my chest. I've still got a bad chest. It is hopefully starting to get better. I keep tiring my body out. I just competed on Saturday gone, didn't I? So tiring my body out too much. I need to rest. Recover and rest. Which reminds me, I probably won't be staying too much longer because I'm absolutely knackered and it's nearly 11 o'clock. Oh, purple, blue, and I'm changing the lights. Here we go. 1 second. Well, there we go. We are in red light because it's nearly 11 o'clock. Yeah, Dean's signing off at 11. I'm going to sign off at 11, actually. We shall call it a night at bang on 11 o'clock UK time. And it's been absolutely awesome. One thing I am planning to do, actually, is put a little timer in here so I can put a little timer, like countdown towards the end of the stream, just so everybody can keep track of things for the last, like, 10 minutes or whatnot. Just because I don't like it when people sign on and I'm just about to sign off and then it's like, bye, because you don't see anything. But oh well. But yeah, I'm still here for the next 5 and a bit minutes. You're more than welcome to send me a message, send me a question, let me know what's going on in your little world. Obviously, I've said we've got the Ants Are Us coming on Saturday, Sunday. I've got a video for you on Saturday. I've got a review video coming out for you on Monday. And we've obviously got Picnic Table next week. I'm starting to book in February and March as well now. If you're interested in joining us on the Picnic Table, please do just send me a message. It'll be brilliant to have some new guests coming on. I am obviously emailing many people and seeing who's available to come on the show. But if you want to get on, you're more than welcome to join us. I've always got questions to ask just about anyone. You don't have to be a YouTuber. You don't have to be a shop. You don't even have to be anyone particularly special. I'm happy to just chit chat to you and get to know anyone. It's all interesting. I absolutely love my community. You know, I love my community, which brings me on to my next thing. If you are still watching and if you're on my YouTube, please do follow me on Twitch if you're on Twitch as well. Sign on to the Spotify and just have like a little listen. Click that little button and let it play through if you wouldn't mind. All these likes and views and stuff really help the channel and help the algorithms, help us get found by more ant keepers. And the more people we can reach, the more people we can help, the better the community we can build, so on and so forth. And it's going to be awesome. I am at like 425 subscribers now on YouTube, which is absolutely mind blowing. I'd love to get to like 500 by, I know, August. That'd be awesome. Like, so thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me and listening to what I do. Thank you for listening to me waffle on when I just talking absolute rubbish like I do most of the time, much like I am now. And what else have we got going on? Don't forget, keep your eyes open for the website. That's going to be posted just about everywhere I can for the next like year. I'll just be absolutely everywhere. That will be live this week, I think. There's not much holding it back now. What else is there? I'm sure there's other things I'm supposed to remind you. Oh yeah, don't forget to do the survey. I've said that several times now. And that's about it. I think we've covered most bases tonight, most angles and interests. Let's say I hope I got enough information about AntCon for you all. I tried to cover all those different bases. And yeah. I think we had a great chat with Rich. It was pretty great to have him on. Massive thank you to him and anyone for coming on, really. And it's actually really interesting that he's got a new partner. I thought Sam was his name. The fact that he's got someone else helping take that pressure off him in like the deliveries and stuff means he can develop the business a lot more. I don't know. I just think that's really cool. You know, it opens up a lot more opportunities. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get to AntCon yet. Like I said, I'll probably go catch a train or I might cycle or something. Oh, there we go. We're on red light. So it's pretty much 11 o'clock now. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get there. If someone wants to give me a lift, send me a little message. I'd be more than happy to pay my way. I might be taking the wife as well. I'm not sure yet. It depends if we can possibly arrange someone to look after the kids, but we've never done that before, ever. So it would be a big thing, and I have no idea. But on that note, I'm going to let you go. I am going to sign off now. It's been absolutely amazing, everyone, for being here, signing on, watching us yet again. Thank you all massively for supporting me and supporting the channel. Don't forget to check out my Patreon, check out those perks and all of that lot. Talk to me about what the other hidden perks are because things change all the time and that's why it's called other perks because they just change all the time. But get in contact with me, support the channel, and I will see you all at the next stream. So as always from me, I'll see you again soon, Ant fans.